Hey everybody, welcome back to the AfterLife SMP server. Now, ladies and gentlemen, in today's episode, well, actually since the last episode, I've done a few things. You'll see right here, I made myself a little bit of a mailbox. We've needed this for quite some time, and I just haven't gotten to it. So we decided to do that, and that's pretty good. I think it looks pretty good. I modeled it a little bit after Hugh's mailbox, so I think it looks pretty dang cool. But the other thing I've done, I told you guys in the previous episode, I would stock my shop. And I've done quite a bit of stocking. So if we head into here, you'll see we don't have any payments just yet, but we do have a lot of this stuff. I think all this was stocked last time, but I put a whole bunch more light gray and gray, black. There's still not a whole ton in here, but I think it's enough for now. I think Jay had mentioned something to me about wanting a concrete shop, so I don't know how much of this is actually going to get used, but we at least have a lot of this stuff in here now. But ladies and gentlemen, I think that's good. I think we're good on this now, and we won't have to stock this anymore. But ladies and gentlemen, in today's episode, I want to do a few things around here because there's a few things I've been working on that I haven't shown you guys just yet. One of those things is over this way. If we head over to here, you will see the mountain. Some progress has been made to this mountain today. Now, here's what I want to do today. I want to work on this mountain quite a bit, and I want to build a little bit of a horse stable over here. As you can see, this mountain needs a lot of work, and I've been meaning to do a big episode on it, which we'll still do at some point, probably one that finishes up the mountain, but I want to spend some time this episode and get a lot done of this. Otherwise, I feel like if I don't spend as much time on this, number one, it won't be as fresh in my mind, and number two, I just won't get to it. So I feel like today's episode is a perfect day to work on this mountain. We're not going to finish it today, but I at least want to start getting a basic shape. And if we can get all the way up to the top, that would be great. But it's going to take a lot of hours to do that, and I don't know if we're going to finish that today. But I do also want to make a horse stable, because if we head down into here, you'll see currently I have my horse over here at Cody's stable, and Cody's stable is pretty cool. I like it, and it's a good place to put my horse. But if we head down here, you'll see there's a space back here where there used to be a tree. Cody took it down because it didn't look all that great right here. And I think that this is a perfect spot to put a horse stable behind my house. And I think like a little pond area right here. Maybe not, maybe just something off the edge of the lake with a few bits and bobs around the edge of it would be pretty cool. But I'm also thinking, I haven't seen Jay make a stable, and I think he might want a little bit of a stable to put some of his horses in too. So I think that this would be a perfect opportunity to add something to the area that the community can use and not just me. So guys, without further ado, we've got two things to work on in today's episode. I think we're going to start with the horse stable for today and then work on the mountain in between. So guys, let me go ahead and get a design for this horse stable done, and I'll see you all with a progress update about it, and I guess to start off today's episode in just a moment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for this build. Now, I've already designed this in creative, and I think you guys are going to enjoy it. I actually based this stable's design off of something that actually Blondskunk did recently. My fellow AfterLife member Blondskunk, which if you guys haven't checked him out already, highly recommend checking him out. Links are down below. But he did a video about different tips and tricks for I guess different tips and tricks for building. I think was the title of it, and I kind of realized that he was right in saying, and he said this in the video, and I think he was absolutely right in saying it, that it's very difficult to get good depth on a build when you have the walls line up with the pillars, and I absolutely agree with that. So the walls of these are going to go inside of the pillars, and I think you guys are really going to enjoy that. I hope I enjoy that as well. Which obviously I've designed it, so from what I've done so far, I really have, but I do think it's a pretty cool concept that I wish I did a lot more of. I've also been doing something similar with that recently on a server I've been playing with a few friends of mine, so a few IRL friends of mine, I should say, and it's been a lot of fun sort of experimenting. I've realized that I've become a much better builder, and I can build more sort of off the top of my head now than I used to be able to, which I guess, you know, the more you build, the more you're going to be able to do that sort of stuff, but I never noticed it until recently. So definitely recommend that you guys continue to build if you guys are a builder like me, because it definitely helps a lot if you can just build off the top of your head, because it makes building in Minecraft that much better. But yeah, we're going with a very simple roof design. As you guys can see, I've done this kind of roof design before, and I do it in a lot of my builds. I'm going with the same style that I have here. We have the mix of stone and stone brick, which I think is a really cool mixture that I'm trying to keep with, but I don't know if it's going to be a common theme in the western town. I don't think it's going to be, but I think it looks pretty cool here. Adding in the roof now as well. I'm going with a very, very, very simple roof. I've done sort of mixed roof designs before, but I think this one with the stairs like we have now is probably our best bet. I'm just going with some stripped oak as well as some oak for the middle there, and then adding some oak stairs on top. I don't think we're going to have enough, so we probably are going to have to go get some, but I think it's a really cool design, obviously, otherwise I wouldn't use it. And I think it's going to work out pretty well here. So let's continue with this roof, adding in a little bit of a stone roof here. I think looks pretty good. And we're going to continue the same theme over on this side. So 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, like so. And as I predicted, we are going to run out of stairs. So I'm going to have to run back. Oh, I think we only need 3 more stairs. Either way, I'll have to run back into the house and grab myself some more stairs. It's kind of difficult to predict how many stairs I'm going to need, but I think we've done a pretty good job of that so far, so I want to continue doing that. Just doing that so I can make sure I have around the same number of oak planks that I had before. If we head back out here, let's take a look and see what this build is like from the outside. Roof design is pretty good. This is kind of the same roof design I'm going with here, which is, well, the plan. That's what I meant to do, so I really hope that, seriously, it's in the water. Of course it's in the water. There we go, and adding in a few more oak stairs. We will add some leaves in to the top here as well, so just to take us another step back, yeah, it looks something like that. Now, the oak logs are going to go right across here, like so. And if we can pillar up a little bit, more oak logs, sort of doing a little bit of a frame. I think I said this before, but I did a sort of frame like this before on a build I did recently, and I think it's a pretty cool little frame. So let's go ahead and grab some oak planks, and we'll mix it up with a stripped little oak log right there. Now, on the interior, in the middle here, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves a little bit of oak, just a little bit of oak, to make a little bit of a door frame here. Now, I think we're going to mix in, like I said before, mix in a little bit of this stripped oak in here as well. I really like this design, so I think it's going to work out pretty well here. And if I can grab myself some oak fence gates. Where are these oak fence gates at? Where are you at? I guess we can just make some. It's probably the easiest way of doing this. Oak fence gates, we need another one. Another one somewhere. There we go. 3 oak fence gates. This is going to be a one-sided barn as well, or a one-sided horse stable, I should say. It's not a barn, horse stable. That's going to go right here, and 1, 2, 3, right across, just like that. We're going to have lanterns hanging from here as well, and up there, I guess we could go with some oak right there. I think I've tried birch before, but there's no other birch in this thing, so I don't think birch fences would work out all that well right there. So I'm going to go ahead and do something like this. Yep, make a few oak fences. Actually, do we have any? We did have some in there. Okay, well, that's fine. We'll just take it and use that then. That's cool. We can always use oak fences. If we head around here, go ahead and add in some oak fences in the top. Like, can I reach it? Like that. And voila, that's the sort of design we're going with for the very front here. I think it looks pretty good. Hopefully you guys like this as well. For the sides here, the sides are going to be very, 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 very simple. As you can see, do something like that. And give me a few more oak planks. Give me some oak logs. I think we'll just go around the side like that. Yeah, we're going to have something like this, and then we're going to have some oak fences go on the sides. I don't really know what I'm going to put up here yet. We might just leave this as is, I guess. I don't really know what to do with that. Maybe if we added in something like that to kind of close it off, that could look okay. Maybe we can add in some lanterns in there. I don't really know, but I'm not entirely certain how to fill in those gaps. I'm still kind of working on this new style. Obviously, having this sort of style where the walls are inset is still kind of new to me. So if you guys have any suggestions or any tips about that, since I'm sure a lot of you guys out there are builders just like me, let me know down in the comment section below. I would like to hear your guys' feedback on how I can improve, because always, any good builder should always be trying to improve. So I'm definitely trying to improve as I go along. But yeah, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and finish this up or finish up these sides here, and then we can work on the interior. So I will do this, and then I guess I'll be right back. Alrighty everyone, the outside is now done. I have all of the walls in, and I have the back in as well. I think it's a pretty nice little back area here. I really like it. Obviously we still need some exterior details. We still need some hay bales on the exterior and some leaves, which we'll do a little later on. That happens a little later on with the, what is it called? The detail stage? Detail stage, right. So let's go ahead and start placing some of these hay bales. These hay bales are going to be the floor inside of here, so something like that. Some random combination of this I think looks pretty good. Is that good? That's plenty. Then on the back side here, 3 of those cauldrons for water troughs, because, well, I guess I don't have a bucket, but I figured water troughs in a horse stable would probably make some sense. Hay bales do as well, but I thought water troughs would make a whole lot more sense. Do I have a bucket? Do I seriously not have a bucket? I've got to have a bucket somewhere in here, don't I? There's just no bucket. This is the weirdest thing in the world. I should have a bucket somewhere. Let me go grab a bucket, guys. Alrighty, guys. I got myself a bucket. We can start placing in this water. Pretty easy to do since we have a lake right here. So let's go ahead and do that. Like I said, I think having a little bit of a water trough area for horses makes a lot of sense. So I figured why not have it inside of here. Now, the next part of this is ladders, which I don't have on me. Wow, who would have thought? We're gonna, I think, have 2 ladders in here that leads up to a second floor actually of the stables. Obviously the main floor is gonna be where all the horses stay, but on the second floor, can I grab that? There we go. On the second floor, we're gonna have some barrels, and we're going to have some hay bales up there, basically just like extra hay bales that you might have in a stable. So something like that works. And if we head up to here, awesome. Now we can add this stuff in. So add in a little bit of that, add in a little bit of that. I'm going with the same sort of design that I did for the walls, just because I think it looks the best out of anything that I've tried here. So if we go ahead and do some of that, just the texture variation looks the best. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Absolutely perfect. Now, for the interior here, we're going to have a bunch of oak logs go right across the top here, and all of these are going to be stripped oak logs. Now for the sides, a few stairs here and there, but mainly some of these. So we're going to add in some stripped oak logs with some slabs on the bottom. I think it just adds a little bit of variation. That looks pretty cool up in here. And it makes some more stairs as well, it looks like. So let's go in here and make some more stairs. But yeah, even though for the roof, I didn't really try any sort of variation with things, I think having some variation inside might be pretty cool, and let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, having some variation inside I think is probably needed, so we'll see. And can I, oh my goodness, I can't hop up here. Alrighty, some of this and that, and then add in some oak logs like that, and some slabs. Perfect. And then down here, just a few slabs underneath of wherever these stripped oak logs would be, because I think, I don't know, it kind of adds a little bit of support, which I think is pretty cool. And then we will have some hay bales. So just some random hay bales here and there. Nothing major, but just a few hay bales. A few hay bales I think work out pretty darn well. Add in one there, we'll add in one there, and we'll add one there. Yeah, that's perfect. And we will add in, do some of that. We'll add in some barrels in here as well with some lanterns to make things look even better. But that interior is pretty much done. We just have the exterior left to do. Ladies and gentlemen, let me go ahead and finish up this exterior and the interior, and I'll bring you guys back for a final update about this horse stable in just a minute. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are now officially done with the horse stable. This is what the exterior looked like. I did end up adding in some lanterns underneath of here. I think that it just kind of fills the space, makes it look a lot better. We have the hay bales here as well as the leaves all the way around, and I'm very, very happy. Adding the lanterns there, like you can see, and across this side as well. But if we head inside, you can already see I put my horse in here. If Jay wants to put his horses in here instead of mine, he's more than welcome to. I'll move mine back to Cody's. That's totally cool by me. But there's plenty of room for all 3 of them, I would say. But if we head on into here and go up the ladder, you will see, add in some barrels, add in a few lanterns just to light up the place. I was thinking about hanging them from the ceiling, but I think just having them on top of the barrels or the hay bales is probably our best bet. So yeah, I think this place is done. I think it's done. I think it looks pretty good. Let me know what you guys think of this design down in the comments section below. Like I said earlier, it's kind of following the same style that this one does, that this my house over here does. So I think it does that justice, and it fills in the space pretty well, which is also kind of what I was going for. But guys, I also said in today's episode I would give you guys an update and continue to work on the mountain that is way over here. And I have continued to work on it. As you can see, I have a whole bunch of stone in my inventory that I've been using to work on the mountain. But we won't be working on it to finish off today's episode. I would, however, like to show you guys some of the progress that I've made over here, because I've made a significant amount of progress in between clips. Anytime that I didn't have like an opportunity to record something, I would head over to here and grind away. And as you can see, this didn't have all these layers of stone down here. Now it does, and you can kind of see the pattern that we're going with for the mountain. This sort of needs to be worked with a little bit more, but you can see the pattern that we're going with for this mountain. It kind of dips outward this way. And we've now connected everything up to the top here. There used to be, you guys might remember, there used to be a huge chunk of stone and dirt over here, and I got rid of all of that, smoothed all of this out, and I think that this looks a lot better. A little bit more smoothing is still needed, especially down here, but that's okay. We'll get to it. There's still a lot of time, like I said before, and there's still a lot of episodes left for me to get this done. And I would still like to do a mega episode on it at some point, but we'll plan that out for the future at some point. But yeah, this is sort of basically what I've been doing. I've been trying to vary up how it looks as well, because I noticed on that side it looks way too uniform. So I've been trying to vary up how it looks as well to the outside person, and I think it's working out pretty well, guys. I think it's working out pretty dang well. Hopefully you all are liking how this is looking as well. I'll continue to update you guys in videos as well as in streams. I think streams are probably the perfect place to be doing this, so I'll probably do my best to do a lot of this stuff over on my Twitch channel. But yeah, guys, that is going to wrap things up for today. Thank you all so much for watching this episode of the AfterLife SMP server. If you did enjoy the video, go ahead, smash that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel if you're new and or not already subscribed. But anyways, guys, take care, and I'll see you later.